Your life is so boring. Now, let me just tell you why. And it's not just you, it's also me as well. So this is why our lives are so boring. Your lives are or your life, my life is so boring because you don't have a life. It's kind of funny to say, but it's actually why your life is so boring. Because like what do you expect when you always wake up every day, you grab your phone, you go on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, which other social media platform is out there. You go on all these apps, and then after that, you go to school, you sit in class, or if you have a job, you go to your work, you do your task, you come back home, you continue again, you go back to sleep, you wake up the next day, and you repeat the same cycle. So, like, what do you expect to come out of that? Do you think you're going to have like a wonderful life and like a very blissful experience? Of course not. Your life is going to be boring as fuck, and so is mine. I'm not trying to say your life is boring and my life is boring as well. And but it seems that lately I've just been having this realization like we can actually just like we just live like NPCs, and we can actually make like crazy stories. Like, we can make history, we can rewrite our story, we can actually like make our life a lot more fun. And I feel like that's what we should be doing. Like just start to do a lot more out of ordinary things in your life. Like we're just used to doing the routine stuff, and the reason why I usually avoid things like that is because it's actually scary and it's hard. Like something like go and talk to 100 people over the span of 1 month. Talk to 1,000 people over the span of like an entire year. Like make it your goal. You know, you have like your list and you be being like number 237, 230, something like that. Or maybe if you don't want to do that, just go and sign up for some competition that is coming up, some bodybuilding competition, some weightlifting competition, some maybe the essay writing competition and stuff, some programming competition. I usually go and get a scholarship, bro. Like go and look for like some crazy hard exam and go and write it online, like really really hard exam. And if you pass the exam, you might get a free scholarship to travel abroad and study there for like 4 years. And go and literally just try and do that. Like just when you do many out of ordinary things like this, your life becomes a lot more better. Another thing again is to just like get social skills as well. I feel like this is something if you even notice the self improvement space is kind of shifting because many people just used to feel like, even myself included, I feel like, oh, I'm on self improvement, so I'm basically not a normal person. Or the best way I often say it is this. So back in 2022, um, I was so back then I was making videos and stuff. So there was in Nigeria, yeah, there was this long strike that happened at the time. It was for 8 months. So we're basically just at home, and I was trying to become a YouTuber and stuff. Even though I wasn't very consistent, at least sometimes I was actually putting in effort. So there was this period that I would always leave my house, like my family house, and go to campus and just find like an empty class and just spend all day there, like editing videos and recording videos. Okay, I didn't really record, I majorly edited videos, just like editing videos and maybe recording videos if I have to, and just doing YouTube related stuff. So this day I was editing videos and stuff and I was about to leave. So this girl came in and she said that she wants to record a video that, you know, if she's disturbing my reading. She thought I was just like studying, but I was like editing a video on my phone. So she thought I was studying, and I told her that, wow, like you want to record a video, like is it for TikTok? Because most people are just, you know, most people make content for TikTok. So and she was like, no, it's YouTube, and I was like, wow, you do YouTube? Like me too, same thing. Like so we talk. I made a video on my other channel. I don't even know which channel is my main channel now. Well, I made a video on my other channel back then, so if you're interested, I'll link it in the description if you want to go and watch that video. So basically, I met this girl, you know, like we recorded the video for our channel. She was about to record, so I just helped her. She, her friend, and me, we recorded the video. Another, like it was just a really good vibe. Some other of our friends came around. We all recorded this video. We had a good time. I honestly had a good time. So you know, of course, I was very excited after that. I wanted to see her again. So a few weeks, I think few weeks or maybe like a month later or something like that, I actually saw this girl again. And you know, I was like happy to see her and stuff. And her vibe was just very off. You know, that day I saw her, she was friendly, she was nice, everybody was happy. And I saw her this time, it was just almost as if she was trying to avoid me, almost as if she just didn't want me to be there. She didn't say it out, but obviously from body language, like if you have a brain, you tell. So, and it hurt me that time. I felt pained because I was feeling like, oh, you know, like, oh, nobody likes me, blah, 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 blah. But, and over after that, again, I still saw her maybe like two or three more times after that. And each time I always saw her, she always just acted cold. Basically, that's what I'll just say. She acted cold, and so I just assumed that maybe she doesn't like me. I'm an enemy or something like that. But so one day randomly, before I used to like watch every single one of our videos and stuff. Funny enough, it's not crazy. I was actually featured on somebody else's video on another channel. Yeah, I've been doing this YouTube game for a while now. Well, but that's beside the point. Yeah. Well, so I watched one of her videos again, and she was basically just talking about her personality or whatever. And she was like, she's an introvert, and what did she even say again? She was like, she's an introvert, sure, and like many people meet her in real life, and they end up thinking she hates them because of the way she doesn't talk to them. She just acts cool towards them, and that nobody should be offended. Nobody should think that she hates us. That she doesn't hate anybody. She's just an introvert and she's shy and all that. And I just it pissed me off kind of, because I just thought about, like, because me myself, I'm an introvert as well. Like, I don't really like social situations. I don't really like talking to people. Like, I do like talking to people, but not when it's too much. I don't like being loud and everything. I just like to mind my business, do my thing, and go. But the thing that annoyed me is that being an introvert doesn't equal to poor social skills. Those are two different things. Because you can be introverted, you might just like to mind your business, be by yourself. But it doesn't mean you just have shit social skills. Those are two different things. And the reason why I told you that story is because it's the point I'm just trying to make. And yes, I have shit social skills anyway. But if you're an introvert and you're watching this, I'm an introvert as well. I don't like to talk. If you meet me in real life, I will maybe say one or two sentences to you, except we're close. If we're close, then we'll talk normally. But if I don't know much about you, I'll just ask you basic casual questions and, have a good day. But that's not an excuse. You cannot be like, oh, I'm an introvert, I don't like to talk to people, so my social skills are going to be trash. Like, it's not an excuse. Even, and the other one again is self-improvement, or just trying to be a better person, trying to make money. You're like, oh, I'm trying to make money and stuff, so I'm not talking to girls. And I don't understand, because you want to focus, but you trying to make money or trying to be on your grind is not an excuse to have like poor talking to girls skills. Like, all this is not, you have to put in the work regardless. Because even if you're an introvert, whether you like it or not, like, this world is people, all human beings. This world is humans that exist. It's not AI, at least not yet. So as of right now, that is humans that exist. You have to interact with these people, and you can't be like, oh, I'm an introvert, so I don't know how to talk to people, and I'm shit, so I'm just going to look as if I'm rude to people. Like, that's not, to me, that's not a viable excuse. And same thing with girls, oh, I'm working with myself, bro, so I'm not talking to girls. Like, because the reason I'm saying all this is because that was me, and that is won't still me to some degree for the longest time. I started to realize that because you're working on yourself, or because you're an introvert, or because you're broke, those are not excuse to neglect these other aspects of your life, because those are still parts of your life. They are still part of self-improvement. Like, at least I want to get married one day, I want to get into a relationship one day. So, like, you avoiding that part altogether, like, how do you think you're going to work on it? Because also, like, being single or working on yourself or being an introvert and stuff, like, those are actually skills as well. Because if you notice, there are some people that cannot just stay by themselves. Some people can literally not just be alone. Some people cannot just sit down and shut the fuck up. Some people just want to talk and express and just. So you being able to just do that, it just shows like you have maxed out this skill of basically being an introvert. You have maxed out this skill of basically working on yourself and whatever, and being single. So the person that cannot sit down and shut the fuck up and is just an extroverted and loud, that person needs to be more introverted. That person needs to act like more introverted. That person needs to shut the fuck up more. But you that is already an introvert, you have maxed out this skill. Like, that person has maxed out the skill of extroversion, of being like social, and maybe he has had a lot of girlfriends in the past and stuff. That person has maxed out all these skills. So the person now needs to come towards your side of basically staying away from all these things. While you, on the other hand, have maxed out the skill of staying away from all these things. Now you now need to go towards this guy's side of going towards all these things. My truth. But the point I'm just trying to make is your life is boring because you don't do shit. Like, you just exist. So what do you expect? Do you think you're just going to be in your room all day, go to class, come back, and spend the remaining free time you have on your phone, and all of a sudden you have an epic life, or you be rich as fuck, or you have like a vibrant social circle or stuff? It doesn't just happen like that. You have to go out into the world and live. You have to be a human. You're a human being, you're not an AI, you're not a bot. You have to go into the world and live. Like I said, this video is not just for you, I'm talking to myself as well. But I want to actually start pushing towards this direction of living, because I just noticed like I can pretty much I can spend my whole life being single. Honestly, like I've maxed out the skill of basically living by myself. I've maxed out the skill of being an introvert. Like I can just basically choose to talk to nobody for 1 year. Maybe I except people that I live with. So I can literally choose to talk to nobody new for 1 year. Like it's easy for me. But there are some people that is not. So since that is easy for me, I need to go towards the parts that talking to people, let's say 1,000 people every year or 10,000 people every year. Like that's hard for me. That's very hard. But some people that's like too easy for them. So I need to max out that skill as well. And probably you too. So the reason why your life is boring once again is because you don't have a life. So go and create your life. Don't create a life for yourself.